Hey guys, Rotary Swing instructor Chris Tyler here, and this week we are going to be breaking down the lag monster himself, Mr. Sergio Garcia. We are going to be talking about some of the key areas that he focuses on in order to build this massive amounts of lag into his golf swing. And we're also going to be discussing one of the most overlooked features of the golf swing that Sergio does so well in order to keep his golf ball on the golf course. So you want to stick around, learn how to not only build club head speed, but also learn how to control and keep your golf ball in play. Okay everyone, those of you that got to watch golf this past weekend would see Sergio Garcia jump back into the winner's circle in stylish fashion with a 4-shot victory over Henrik Stenson. So congratulations to Sergio Garcia for getting back on top with a big win out in Thailand. Also done with his girlfriend on the bag this week. I know a lot of you are probably hoping that I would have done a review on how good she carries this golf bag, but I can assure you, as pretty as she is, we are not going to be focusing on her bag carrying skills. I do want to focus on a couple of big areas that Sergio does really well in his golf swing, and notably, Sergio is one of those guys that lags the golf club probably more than anybody on tour, and he is known for his monstrous amounts of lag and club head speed in such a small frame. So we are, for those guys that are lag heads and lag monsters out there that want to try to build as much lag into their golf swing, I am going to touch base with those areas, but I also am going to put a lot of emphasis on the release of the golf club, because I think that's one of the most key areas that's overlooked, is the release. We can build as much lag as you want into your golf swing, but if you don't know how to control that club head speed and you don't know how to control the club face, then you're not going to be able to keep it on the golf course. So we are going to be discussing a lot of the other areas that are going to help you control the club face and point you in the direction of some videos that can help you maintain lag and also be able to keep the ball on the golf course. So that's a big disclaimer in the front of this. I do want you guys to know that obviously Sergio is noted for that lag. We are going to talk about some of the key points, but we're also going to really put a lot of emphasis on the idea that you need to be able to control the club face from the lag position into impact and then into the finish position. Alright, so I do want to let you guys know that we are using the new Swing Viewer again this week for the analysis on Sergio, and this is a great tool for you guys all to use. It's available. You can load tour style golf swings like I've got in here now, or you can load your own golf swing, and you can draw lines, you can put any kind of swing analysis together for yourself, and this is a good feature for you guys to use. Alright, so a couple of big areas that Sergio does really well in order to create the lag that he does. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that he's openly said that he focuses on in order to build that lag. And that lag, he has also said, is not something that you can teach. So I don't want you all running out there trying to incorporate Sergio Garcia style lag in your swing. Okay, there are other important areas of the golf swing. There are other really big factors that will help you gain speed in the golf swing, and there are also ways to keep the ball on the course, like I've said numerous times already. Alright, so if you look at Sergio's takeaway here, I want you guys to notice how wide he's got his arms. Okay, he's got his both arms fully extended. He's started to create a very wide swing arc. We do have a video on the site called Wide, Narrow, Wide in the intro section, and that is a very, very important video for you guys all to look at, and that's ultimately going to help you understand how lag is built into the swing. So understanding the overall swing arc is going to give you a very clear understanding on how you can build lag, and it'll actually automatically start to build itself in there and without a whole lot of focus. Alright, so Sergio keeps a very wide swing arc, and we're going to move right to the top part of his golf swing. And what I want you to notice is a couple things here, is how loaded he is over the right side. He is loaded into that right leg. He's got a very, very big turn, and he makes a very big key move here that helps him increase the lag. Alright, so what I want you to pay very close attention to is the shift of the body here, the shift to the left, as he starts the shift left and what happens to the golf club. Alright, so he's going to start to unload the lower half here. We're going to move a frame or two forward. Okay, you can see he's getting ready to load into that left. There he goes. Okay, so you see that shift. Now what I want you to pay very close attention to is how the golf club just down-cocked. And what he does here is he keeps the wrist very relaxed, very supple, and that shift to the left allows the momentum and the club head to feel a little bit heavier, and that's pulling the wrist into this more of a down-cocked position. And we do have a video on the website called the downcock and pump drill that's located in the downswing section, that those of you guys that are ready to work onto some more of an advanced move, you can take a look at the downcock and pump drill. That's a good one for you to understand that the shift to the left can help increase this lag angle. Alright, so that's one of the big areas that Sergio really gets going, is that shift left, keeping the supple wrist. And then when we move through this next frame, you're going to be pretty wowed. Alright, so we're going to move down a frame. Alright, so I know it looks a little distorted here, but the club's obviously moving pretty quickly. You can see how that club head's almost hitting him in the ear. Now, one of the big areas that he talks about, he focuses on, is that he imagines he's got a very heavy chain around his wrists and the handle of the club. And what he's trying to do is that he imagines that chain is anchored to the ceiling, and he's trying to pull that chain out of the ceiling. So he's pulling his arm straight down. And that's one of the big areas that he openly speaks about, is that he thinks of a chain, and that allows him to increase this angle along with that downcock that he has. So he's able to maintain the angle, and then when he works down closer to impact here, okay, we're going to work another frame here. Okay, so now you can see his hands are approaching in front of the right thigh, and you can still see that he's got this crazy angle. Let's go ahead and draw a line on the shaft so you guys can see it. And then up the right forearm here, so you can see that he has got a massive amount of lag. Now, this is not an angle that you guys all need to achieve. This is not something that, hey, go out and swing on this monster lag angle. This is one of those things that, like I said, Sergio does very well. It's not something you can teach. But a good key area for you guys, or a good checkpoint for you to understand, is that when your hands start to pass in front of the right thigh, and you've got the club at least parallel to the ground, you're going to be in good shape to release the club, and you've still got a good amount of club head speed coming from this portion of the golf swing. Alright, so all the other fundamentals from RST are going to really help you still maintain a lot of club head speed. Obviously not Sergio lag style, but if you can get the golf club lagged anywhere between where Sergio has it and to where the club is parallel to the ground, you should be in good shape. If you have the club down below this parallel line, if you notice that it's not parallel to the ground, then you're probably going to have a little bit of a casting motion or a little bit of an early flip or release in the club, and that's going to be no good. Alright, so a good focus point for yourselves when you're out there analyzing your own golf swing, check on camera when your hands pass in front of that right thigh. Make sure that the club head is at least parallel to the ground. Alright, so now, the biggest overlooked video on our website, and I can't emphasize this enough, is the 5 minutes to a perfect release, and that is located in the downswing section as well. And I really want to make sure that those of you that are trying to build lag into your golf swing, shift your focus away from that part and work on 5 minutes to a perfect release. Because if you build any part of this lag into your golf swing and you don't know how to release and control the club face properly, then this lag angle is doing you absolutely no good. Okay, so big emphasis on learning how to release and control the club face properly is going to change your game and be able to keep the golf ball on the golf course and not have a wayward miss all over the place. Okay, so that is the most important thing I can emphasize, is make sure that you pay very close attention to the 5 minutes to a perfect release, and then you can start to build in some of these lag drills. Okay, I would recommend this. As we start to build lag into the golf swing, once you've learned the 5 minutes to a perfect release, I would work on the key to building lag, which is in the downswing section, so you can understand the actual movement and how we develop lag. Then I would start to work on the 9 to 3 lag and speed building drills. Okay, that's also located in the downswing section of the website. Then once you start to get a little bit more comfortable with the 9 to 3 drills, then I would work to the top of the golf swing and start to work on the downcock and pump drill. Okay, so important for people to know that those of you, like I said in the beginning of this, that are lag heads, you must be able to control the club face first. Once you can learn how to control the club face, then you can start to add more speed with advanced moves like building more lag into your swing. Okay, so that is a very big thing that I'm going to emphasize this week, is that learn how to control the club face, then add your speed. All right, so our goals for 2014 coming up. I know the new year is right around the corner. Let's all learn how to control the club face first. Then we can start to build those lag angles in, and we can start to build that club head speed, and then we're going to hit longer shots and straighter shots at the same time, which makes us all happy. I look forward to seeing the results out of you guys. Enjoy the review, and we will see you guys soon. Alright, so now that we've learned how important the release is in the golf swing, I'm going to go ahead and attach a bonus video here that's going to talk about the mechanics and the importance and how you're going to be able to ingrain the proper release into your golf swing. And remember, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button below. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to post those questions and I'll help you out and answer them as best I can. I wish you all the best and I look forward to working with you guys in the future.
In the Lose the Right Hand drill, I started talking about how you get a speedy release of the golf club without you having to put any effort into it whatsoever. For a lot of golfers, releasing the club is a foreign concept. They've never actually released the club. They use their body. And then the problem with that is if your body keeps turning through impact, the club head and your body have to move at a more relative constant speed together versus letting my body stop and the club can move very fast and my body doesn't have to do anything. In fact, the club can actually release faster as my body slows down and I transmit energy up the chain into the club. So learning how to release the club and let that right hand come off is really important, but obviously we don't play golf left-handed, although I have a lot of students who ask me if they can after they work through these drills that you're about to learn now. What I'm going to do is work through the sequence of how to learn to release the club very, very slowly until you start building the